Erich Maria Remarque, 1898 to 1970. Erich Maria Remarque was a German writer, best known for his famous book All Quiet on the Western Front. The novel tells about the horrors of World War I from a soldier's point of view. He was born as Erich Paul Remarque, but later changed his name to honor his mother, Anna Maria. Remarque became one of the most famous writers of his time. His books show how terrible war is and how strong the human spirit can be. Early life. Erich Maria Remarque was born on June 22, 1898, in Osnabrück, a small town in Germany. He was the third child in a poor family. His father, Peter Remarque, worked as a bookbinder, and his mother, Anna Maria, cared for their children at home. They didn't have much money. Erich's parents valued education and encouraged their children to learn. As a child, Erich loved music and writing. He was a creative student and dreamed of becoming a musician or an artist. He enjoyed playing the piano and reading books. His passion for art and beauty later influenced his writing, making his stories poetic and emotional. In 1914, when Erich was only 16 years old, World War I began. This war would change his life forever. World War I. At the age of 18, Erich joined the German army in 1916. Like many young men at that time, he had no idea what war would really be like. He became an infantry soldier and served on the Western Front. Here, he faced the terrible reality of trench warfare. Erich was injured several times during the war, including a serious wound caused by shrapnel. He spent many months in a hospital recovering from his injuries. While in the hospital, he saw how deeply war affected soldiers, not just their bodies, but also their minds. He watched many of his friends die or suffer terribly. These experiences stayed with him for the rest of his life. After the war, Erich returned to Germany. Like many other soldiers, he felt lost and confused. He struggled to return to normal life, haunted by the pain and destruction he had seen. Post-war life and writing career. Life in Germany after the war was very hard. The country had lost the war and people were living in poverty. Erich worked in different jobs to support himself. He was a teacher, librarian, journalist, and even a car salesman. These jobs gave him valuable experiences that he later used in his stories. His struggles, Erich never gave up on his dream of becoming a writer. He started writing short stories and articles for newspapers and magazines. His early works often showed his love for music and art. War that became the central theme of his most famous work. In 1928, he finished writing All Quiet on the Western Front, Im Westen nichts Neues in German. The book was based on his own experiences during the war. It told the story of Paul Bäumer, a young soldier who faces the horrors of war. The novel described the fear, suffering, and pointless destruction caused by war. Success and controversy. When All Quiet on the Western Front was published in 1929, it became an international success. Millions of people read the book, and it was translated into more than 20 languages. Readers admired how honestly it described the horrors of war. However, not everyone liked the book. In Germany, many nationalists and members of the Nazi Party were angry. They thought the book was unpatriotic because it criticized war. When Adolf Hitler became Germany's leader in 1933, the Nazis banned the book. They even burned copies of it in public and spread lies about Remarque, falsely claiming he was Jewish. To protect himself, Erich left Germany in 1933. He moved to Switzerland and later emigrated to the United States in 1939. He became an American citizen in 1947 during World War II. Themes in his work. Even though he had to leave Germany, Erich continued to write. His books explored themes like friendship, love, loss, and the lasting pain of war. Some of his other famous novels include The Road Back, 1931, which follows soldiers returning home after World War I. Three Comrades, 1937, a story about friendship during difficult times. The Black Obelisk, 1956, a reflection on life in post-war Germany. Arch of Triumph, 1945, about refugees fleeing Nazi persecution. His writing style was poetic and emotional. He often described both the beauty and sadness of life. His books touched readers deeply and remain timeless. Personal life and later years. Erich married twice. His second wife, Paulette Goddard, was a famous Hollywood actress known for movies like Modern Times with Charlie Chaplin. The couple lived a private and comfortable life in both Switzerland and the United States. In his later years, Erich preferred a quiet life in Switzerland. Although he continued to write, the memories of war always stayed with him. Death and legacy. Erich Maria Remarque passed away on September 25, 1970, in Locarno, Switzerland, at the age of 72. He left behind a legacy of powerful books that are still read around the world. Why is he important? Erich Maria Remarque's books show the true cost of war. His stories teach us about pain, loss, and the strength of the human spirit. They remind us to value peace, understanding, and kindness. As Remarque himself believed, war destroys everything, families, dreams, and lives.